We are not human beings having a spiritual experience. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. Teilhard de Chardin. Have you ever found yourself suddenly awake in the dead of night wondering why you can't seem to sleep? Well, you're not alone. In this video, we'll delve into the intricate workings of our biological clocks and explore the spiritual dimensions of nocturnal awakenings. Welcome to our video exploring the fascinating phenomenon of waking up at 3 a.m. and its deeper spiritual implications. First, we'll uncover the science behind circadian rhythms and how they influence our sleep-wake cycles. Then we'll journey into the mystical realm, where we'll unravel the spiritual significance of waking up at specific times during the night. From the witching hour to Brahma Muhurta, we'll explore different cultural interpretations and spiritual practices associated with pre-dawn awakenings. And by the end of the video, we will discover practical approaches for harnessing the power of early morning awakenings, including insights from Jungian psychology and the transformative potential of journaling. So, if you've ever wondered why the universe wakes you up at 3 a.m., join us on this enlightening exploration. Nighttime awakenings, though often dismissed as mere nuisances, can actually be a window into the intricate workings of our biological clocks. To understand why we wake up at night, we must first delve into the scientific principles of sleep, primarily focusing on circadian rhythms and the various factors that can disrupt them. Circadian rhythms are like our body's built-in clock that tells us when to sleep and when to wake up. They're super important because they help regulate our hormones, body temperature, and digestion, all of which affect how we feel and function. When it comes to sleep, there's this hormone called melatonin that plays a big role. When it gets dark outside, our brain releases melatonin, making us feel sleepy and ready for bed. Then, when it starts to get light again in the morning, melatonin levels drop and we wake up feeling refreshed. Our circadian rhythms are naturally set up to make us most alert right before sunrise, between 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. This means it's a great time for things like spiritual practices because our minds are extra focused and tuned in. But if we mess with our sleep schedule by staying up late or using electronics before bed, it can throw off this natural rhythm. That's why it's important to realign our sleep cycle by making smart choices about when we go to bed and avoiding screens before bedtime. When we stick to a regular sleep schedule, we can make sure our circadian rhythms are working their best, keeping us alert and ready to tackle the day. When we wake in the middle of the night, it's not just our bodies and minds that are stirring. Sometimes, it seems as if our spirits are too. Across cultures and ages, nocturnal awakenings have been imbued with spiritual significance, often viewed as moments when the veil between the physical and the spiritual worlds is thinnest. Different cultures interpret the significance of waking up at specific times during the night through various spiritual lenses. For instance, in many traditions, waking up between 3 and 4 a.m., often referred to as the witching hour, is believed to be a time of heightened spiritual activity and connectivity. This period is thought to be when spiritual messages are most accessible and the boundaries between dimensions are most permeable. The term witching hour finds its roots in folklore and mythology, where it was associated with witchcraft, sorcery, and otherworldly encounters. In medieval Europe, the witching hour was believed to be the time when witches and other dark entities would gather to perform rituals and cast spells under the cover of darkness. This association with witchcraft and the occult contributed to the fear and mystery surrounding the witching hour. One of the key beliefs surrounding it is that during this time, the boundary between the physical world and the spiritual realm becomes blurred. The veil that separates the two realms is said to be at its thinnest, allowing for easier communication and interaction with spirits, ghosts, and other supernatural entities. It's believed that during the witching hour, the barriers between the seen and the unseen worlds are lifted, opening the door to mystical experiences and encounters beyond our understanding. And that's why it is often associated with an increase in supernatural activity, including ghostly apparitions, strange noises, and unexplained phenomena. It's a time when the normal rules of reality seem to bend, and the boundaries between the living and the dead become less defined. While some may view the witching hour with trepidation and fear, others see it as an opportunity for spiritual exploration and communion with the unknown. In the yogic tradition, the time before sunrise, known as Brahma Muhurta, is considered as the most ideal time for spiritual practice. Brahma Muhurta typically begins approximately 1 hour and 36 minutes before sunrise, around 3:40 a.m., and extends until the sun begins to rise. This sacred period is believed to be highly conducive to spiritual growth, manifestation, and meditation. According to yogic philosophy, Brahma Muhurta, which is approximately at 3:43, is considered a time of great potential and heightened spiritual energy. It is believed that during this pre-dawn period, the energy of the universe is at its purest and most potent, making it easier for people to connect with their inner selves and the divine. The stillness of the early morning hours provides an optimal environment for deep introspection, contemplation, and meditation, allowing practitioners to access higher states of consciousness and tap into the infinite reservoir of inner wisdom. From a practical standpoint, the body and mind are typically at their most rested and refreshed state after a night's sleep during Brahma Muhurta. The mind is clear, the senses are sharp, and distractions are minimal. The absence of external noise and activity during this time creates a serene and tranquil atmosphere conducive to inner exploration and self-discovery. In the context of spiritual practice, Brahma Muhurta is often done through chanting, mantra recitation, and other forms of spiritual sadhana practice. It is believed that any efforts made during this auspicious time are magnified and have a greater potential for success and transformation. By aligning one's practice with the natural rhythms of the universe during Brahma Muhurta, practitioners can harness the power of divine energy and accelerate their spiritual evolution. In Chinese medicine, the time associated with the lung meridian is often referred to as the metal time, and it corresponds to the hours between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. During this time, the lung meridian is believed to be most active, influencing various physiological and emotional processes in the body. The lung meridian is associated with the emotions of grief and sadness, as well as with the process of letting go and releasing what no longer serves us. Emotions in this context are seen as interconnected with physical health, and the lung meridian's association with grief suggests that unresolved emotional issues may manifest as physical symptoms in the respiratory system or elsewhere in the body. Paradoxically, this phenomena is also seen as a gateway to healing and transformation. Waking up during these early morning hours may present an opportunity for introspection, self-awareness, and healing. By acknowledging and processing emotions such as grief and sadness, individuals may facilitate the release of emotional blockages and promote balance and harmony within the body-mind-spirit system. Practices such as meditation, deep breathing exercises, and gentle movement, such as Qigong or Tai Chi, can be beneficial during this time, helping to support the lung meridian's function and promote emotional well-being. For those with a spiritual inclination, waking up in the middle of the night is often seen as more than a mere coincidence. It's interpreted as a significant sign or message from the universe, prompting individuals towards introspection or realization. Some believe these awakenings are orchestrated by the subconscious mind or higher spiritual forces, guiding them towards prayer, meditation, or reflection. There's also a notion that such awakenings might relate to spiritual awakening or ascension, indicating moments when higher consciousness is trying to manifest itself. Individuals may interpret these experiences as opportunities to connect with their higher self or spiritual guides, seeking guidance and clarity on their spiritual path. Jungians tell us that upon awakening, we have about a 45-minute window before our ego's defenses are in place. Catching ourselves off guard, we tell ourselves truth, and truth may differ markedly from our ego's versions of events. As we listen and record our actual feelings, we become habituated to the truth. We puncture, "I feel okay about that," to reveal that we may not feel okay at all. As we discover our authentic feelings, we discover our authentic selves, and those selves are fascinating. The Listening Path, page 9. During the initial moments of awakening, Jungians propose that we experience a unique state of vulnerability where our ego's defenses are not fully engaged. This brief window, lasting approximately 45 minutes, offers a precious opportunity to access a deeper truth beyond the veil of our ego's narratives. In this state, we are more receptive to the raw authenticity of our emotions and thoughts, unfiltered by the usual layers of rationalization or self-protection. Imagine waking up one morning feeling uneasy, with a lingering sense of frustration from a recent disagreement with a friend. As you sit down to write in your journal during that vulnerable window of time, you find yourself pouring out your thoughts and emotions onto the page without inhibition. Through the act of writing, you articulate your feelings of hurt, anger, and disappointment, expressing them honestly and without judgment. As you continue to write, you delve deeper into the root causes of your emotions, exploring underlying fears or insecurities that may have contributed to the conflict. As you write, you begin to gain clarity and insight into your own reactions and patterns of behavior. You start to recognize the ways in which your ego's defenses may have distorted your perception of the situation, shielding you from uncomfortable truths. By allowing yourself to be vulnerable and honest in your writing, you create a safe space for self-reflection and introspection. As the words flow onto the page, you gradually release the grip of your ego's defenses, allowing yourself to acknowledge and accept the truth of your emotions. Through this process, you begin to unravel the layers of self-deception and denial, peeling back the facade of "I feel okay" to reveal the raw authenticity of your inner experience. By writing every morning during this vulnerable window of time, you cultivate a habit of self-examination and truth-telling. Each day, you confront your inner demons and wrestle with uncomfortable truths, gradually unraveling the complexities of your authentic self. In the process, you deepen your understanding of yourself and your emotional landscape, paving the way for personal growth and transformation. We've uncovered the fascinating interplay between science and spirituality when it comes to waking up at 3 a.m. From the biological rhythms that govern our sleep to the mystical significance of pre-dawn awakenings, we've explored the multifaceted nature of this phenomenon. Whether it's the witching hour, Brahma Muhurta, or the lung meridian in Chinese medicine, waking up at 3 a.m. holds profound insights into our inner world and our connection to the universe. We've also discussed practical approaches for harnessing the power of early morning awakenings, including journaling and introspection. By embracing vulnerability and honesty during this sacred time, we can deepen our understanding of ourselves and embark on a journey of personal growth and transformation. Now, we want to hear from you. Have you ever experienced waking up at 3 a.m.? What insights or spiritual experiences did you gain from it? Share your stories and reflections in the comments below. And don't forget to hit the like button if you found this video insightful, and subscribe to our channel for more content on spirituality, self-discovery, and personal growth. Thank you for joining us on this enlightening journey.